Prologue 1. Originally there was disconnected from the physical space, cannot be three-dimensional recognition, the survivors of human was the world cannot understand. Even I could understand if, met in a place that would either not only caught probably a plane to mankind to understand the world in three dimensions, or swallowing is only the brain three-dimensional information, other information is discarded it was. There is outside of the universe. As foam each other split is around, are several the black sphere I had grown. If time applying the concept, even which time spheres expand and had replicated the new friends. Also, not all spheres. As the curtain or race like a plurality of films, the wind was swimming in none of the worlds. If there was a thing to watch these, sphere inside, noticed the fact that the internal membrane is everywhere infinite superclusters of galaxies, one grain of those foam, a piece of film is one of the worlds, that is space-time that space it'll be astonished that are formed. But, it is impossible in reality. In rare cases, this place, superdimension universe, that there is a viable body leading to recognize the outside of the space-time, but the infinite world, infinite of civilization, is infinitely derived survivors recognize the superdimension universe the first, is the impossible. But here, lying is one of truth. The world's survival body is survival impossible. Decomposition of life organization while out there, or we those who continue to impassively survival not lead to death were present. The two survivors in a world of physical laws are Zetsumu, two bodies are confronted. One figure is taste in the tip of the tongue the bitterness of despair, such as blood circulation and chest beating sound trotting the whole body reluctantly in disgust, toward the toe from the fingertip, it is kita itchy the numbness itchy, it has kekimushitsu systemic it was. Its body is a balanced nude as sculpture. Pieces in another figure to purport a black coat, are exposing the black hair that curled in weightlessness. The right eye peek through the gap is closed to put the as he, only left eye harboring a sense of fatigue, and pay a pupil with no taste inside, it had been eye-opening. Man of Sekigin to stroking through the air in the palm. Then the light of the particles to build a character, European writing is gradually written to the ultra-dimension universe. But those with an understanding against the character is not present in the survivors. Is what the character runes. Survivors named so is a recognized character in the fantasy. The man of vision who is a developer of this rune. Male nude see how to indulge in the character of the initiative, put on blatantly tongue aversion, as eat spicy things, narrowing the forehead, he cried with red cheeks. Why, Odin by S.I. unexpected must be incarnated why into such poor narrow survivors. Solemn in his hatred at the back of the chest, jealousy, such as awaken the Ono, the voice of pain that cut the ear with a file, the ultra-dimension universe ran through, even called the man's ear and Odin, wrapped in mucus-like, we were induced unpleasant thoughts and dryness of the mouth. I chose Homo sapiens yours choice. The trouble also is hit the anger to me. Well, it is given to it, but I such a presence, a guy called devil is. Especially the king of the devil Beelzebub, you Mr. I. The character of the fingertips moves strangely smooth, I'm from to ridicule the Beelzebub. Beelzebub is as unpleasant to either spit out the back of the black mass of the pupil from the mouth, toss out a long tongue once, to reveal. And also retracted immediately, taking the warning action snake takes, it was down only for a moment to one of the eyelids unexpectedly. It is the moment. One space, the sphere is one of the space-time, the film is more, it has lost the sight in an instant. Leisurely to surrender at the time of eternity, from the world of the list of characters to pursue their satisfaction, it was Odin, which is pulled back into the real world, a character from the space in the right arm of gestures, such as wipe the character shining in pale orange extinguish Nari, was Namiata the reverse of the left arm. The moment that the wave has moved from the wrist to the fingertips, fingertip built elementary particles, and became one of the forms by bringing together. It is a sword. Patterns and color, runes are drawn to the blade, it is not possible to decipher the ordinary people, the holy word of God has been engraved. and raised his left arm, and shake off this time the right arm that has wiped the earlier characters, such as wind, large explosion that either would be about the Big Bang birth of the universe has multiple occurrences around the Beelzebub. Of course, there is no reason that the chain of a large explosion and that it would be ultra-dimension universe this much is to eradicate abnormal, the outline of several lines space-time has caused the distortion. At this time, the space-time inside, that is abnormal changes of gravity in space, adverse effects on the planet orbit, appearance changes in the galaxy, such as range is a great deal of influence. But to say Beelzebub himself is the center of the explosion and, nude was kept impassively, he'd wonder the felt somewhat, it showed a practice swing to pay the muscles to swell the chest with the palm. But it is just that. Odin to taste the sourness of a sense of defeat, such as the gastric juice in the mouth, the grace of up to just become nil, was bubbling over to spit the mouth of acidity. Do not fractionation. I am thought to have exactly disappeared how much of survivors. It is thought that a number of the world were killed in use mischief. Odin that the appeal is not the story of the only now act. It can be said that permanent, the era of translated at the time referred to in the concept of the survivors, two presence has been confronted. Outside of space and time. Among the many time that cannot be measured in the survivors, Beelzebub has freely destroyed the world just by moving the bristles. There any intention not to just leave emotions to go, it is was appropriately destroy the world. Now the will wonder of what time of the offense and defense, dog. We go trillion years, spent a time of several, fought the infinite offense and defense. I even you Mr. Similarly, not a clear. Odin glared at the brunt of disgust the Beelzebub to honor the bloody smile. Then, Beelzebub is increment to more strongly cheek a smile bloody, licked the mouth to the foul odor in the black tongue. I found. When suddenly Beelzebub cried. It projects the chest with open arms, was the climax at once excitement. The found? No way whether that difference etl found the guy. Words in which it is trying to hide the upset but, Odin that frown into dismay. Clown amused Beelzebub as to continue shouting kita kita and laughter while jumping. Boss dog anywhere in the dimension, where the space-time, anywhere in the universe, where the civilization, he found out how survivors of the now what is placed under our domination, and I'll cancel the difference from dogs. Odin to see the jump Beelzebub but the moment I heard the words, suddenly it was cool winds blow to the chest, face transformed to honor the sun, an eye to the Beelzebub of right in front. You San should know that of him. To the guy of seriousness not succumb to what's, I do not give up on the poppy. It all. Kana will carry the thing to speculation street dogs. Indeed it's fun. Beelzebub quietly gloat. The power of the two presents collided again. Fight Ian's outside world it lasted. But, river flow involving even the two also exists already, the had begun flowing become a muddy stream, it is not also noticed two people himself.